Welcome, everyone, to the Broken Crown, brought to you by the T20 Tavern. Say hello, adventurers.
Hello, adventurers.
All right. When last we left our intrepid heroes, after the party's run-in with the Lost Boy, they retreated along with the adventurers that they had rescued, the Iron Writ. They retreated back to their camp. After successfully convincing their new compatriots of sorts of their innocence, the party learned a bit of information about what happened at the capital after their escape. They parted way with the Iron Writ, and now with their destination in sight, the party makes their way into the Stonewatch Outpost. So as you have traveled all this way, you're on this large plain, and you see the outpost in sight. Just to remind you what it looks like, there is a large kind of palisade made of spiked wood sticking out. Look, tree trunks that have been shaved down and transformed into this palisade. It's a decent sized outpost. In the center, there's a relatively kind of poking out the top is what looks kind of like a steeple, for lack of a better term, or some kind of tower in the center. Otherwise, everything else seems to kind of be behind this palisade. The door to this outpost is present, but kind of off hinge a little bit. It's ajar as you guys approach.
Should I check it out first?
I was going to say, do you want to check for traps? Should I do a detect magic, or what do you guys think?
Thuris goes to move the door.
All right, we can just go walk in.
Yeah. Or you can just walk in, that's true. We can just walk in.
That is also an option.
Yeah.
Plus, Paula's right after Thuris.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys want to
sure.
do.
Yeah.
All right. So as you kind of pull this door outward towards you, I'm sorry, it goes inward. My apologies. It would go inward. It would not go outward. It goes inward. So you guys kind of push it inward, and you are presented with a relatively decent-sized outpost. This outpost probably, at some point in time, probably had a population of maybe about 100 or so, between 100 and 200 people. Okay, so it's a decent-sized outpost. It is quiet and abandoned as far as you guys can tell at this point.
Any markings on the walls or tapestries at all? Because we're in Eldara now, right?
You are on the border of Eldaran Forest, technically the northern tip of Dravenport and Cindervale. So it's kind of like this corner of what basically is all three. You're still technically inside the boundaries of Cindervale, though. Okay. But you can absolutely see as you are approaching, just maybe there's another 100 feet or so, between 100 and 200 feet between the other end of the palisade and the Eldaran Forest. Okay, so you're literally an arrow's flight away from trees. As you walk into this outpost, so there's a couple of things that you notice immediately. There are a couple of, on the back end of this palisade, there is a guard rail where people can walk around. And it was clearly manned at some point in time, but long since then. You see there is a stables not far from where you are. There's storehouses kind of in this outer ring, and then in the inner compound looks to be has a second set of walls that are made of stone, and another set of doors.
So Thursday's going to put his
leading
horse
into deeper into the area.
up. So if there's stables, Thursday's going to go put his horse up, make sure it has food and water,
Same.
and then he'll go. Unless somebody else does it, goes to those other doors.
I'm gonna dismount and walk the yard.
Okay.
Just to kind of inspect and make sure nothing is going to surprise us from the outside or the back.
Sure. Yeah.
So,
Absolutely.
any of y'all actually know anything about this place?
It's an old fort used a long time ago, but aside from that, I've not been here. It's not something I generally need to be at a fort often.
That's
All I
fair.
know
Our
is that
king doesn't use it.
it was once used in a set of sieges against Dravenport. Eldar used it as a sort of outpost for that, but that was many years ago.
Forward outpost. Understood.
Hmm.
So as you get closer to the stables, there is you notice that despite the fact that it's been a really long time, clearly since this has been used, there's dust everywhere. The stables look to be in relatively decent repair. It actually looks like these stables may have been used more recently, but not very recently. So maybe like a couple of years, as opposed to the decades that you would expect, right? But everything seems to be kind of in place and in order. It's just derelict. It's abandoned. It's not been used. Kaylin, as you kind of surveil the rest of this outer ring, and it is kind of a circular ring that this is, you'll notice there's these small little watchtowers kind of pocked around the outside edge. There's a second set of stables on the other side of the outer ring, closer to the Eldarin side, but there's no entrance from that side.
And there's no animals in their stables either?
No, there's no other than like like a couple of maybe like rats and small furry animals like mice and stuff like that. No. You notice that there are a bunch of storehouses kind of along this kind of, again, pocked around the outside, and not far from that stables is what looks like a small like cemetery. Okay. And then inside, kind of as you're walking around this this area, the entire thing is ringed by this the wall, the inner wall. There are 3 other sets of doors, kind of cardinal points, that you can ostensibly assume that that's what they would use to kind of come in and out from inner ring to outer ring.
And those seem secure at this moment, correct?
As far as you can tell from as you're walking through, those 3 sets of doors are completely closed. Whether they're barred or not, you don't know, but they are closed, and they seem to be closed like taut. They're not ajar.
Ooh.
Is the cemetery within? I think Sarah would want to investigate the cemetery to see who's buried there.
Yeah, I'll go to the cemetery also.
Okay. So as you guys look at the cemetery, you'll notice that there are a number of different graves. They're small headstones. And as you're looking through, there's maybe about a dozen or so headstones. And then you'll notice that there are a couple of foundations that there are no headstones for. So Thurs, you mentioned that you were going to that first gate on the inner side, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I'm
as
gonna go
you
with Thurs, if that's
okay.
I'm going to
Thurs and
message
Celeste-
Thurs and
go ahead,
Celeste and let them know that the outer perimeter. Well, I'll message everyone. I'll send a message, finger guns to everyone. The outer perimeter seems to be clear. I don't look. There's no signs of anyone here externally. Just be careful when you're going inside.
Noted.
So as you press on the doors, they're heavy, but you can, between the two of you, you guys can move the doors in without much strain. Some strain, but not much. Okay. And this is set up almost like a small town. So there's clearly a barracks. There's a commander's hall. There's a small set of workshops, obviously designed for like metalworking, leatherworking, those kinds of things. There is a square in the center with a well in the middle. There's a small shrine or chapel thing off to the side. There's what looks like some kind of communal mess hall place, and then kind of packed in between each one are little either homes or little buildings kind of strewn throughout in little roads that lead. You'll notice as you're walking closer or kind of like look as you're looking around, you notice that the most imposing thing that you see is that tower, which kind of is just off the, like directly in front of you, off just a little bit to the side, but you can see the far end has that other gate. Then there's a gate to your left and a gate to your right. Each one, as you kind of walk around, I'm not going to make you could take as much time as you need to do that. You're able to see that those gates are not barred. They're just closed.
So there's an outer wall, and then another inner wall where like where the actual fort is.
Correct.
I'm gonna go get the animals and bring them into the inner wall.
Sure.
So I'm gonna lead them into the inner wall because it seems like there's it's more protected in there. I'm gonna bring them in there to find a place to put them, whether it be a house or somewhere off to the side where they're safe.
Sure, you can definitely find. So it's clearly designed. So the design of it, right, was that the animals would have been housed out in the stables. However, given the fact that at this point in time you guys have the run of the place, you can definitely find a space that's kind of sheltered, maybe in like one of the workshops or something like that, where you can kind of walk in, and it's not designed for a stables, but it's a good facsimile. They're sheltered. You can tie them to an anvil or whatever it is.
There's like a farrier shop.
It's just more that Kalen doesn't trust the double wall scenario.
Makes sense.
And he wants to make sure they're safe.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure they're safe, rather.
If I can, Celeste is going to take a moment to make an offering at the shrine.
Okay. So, as you walk over to the shrine, you notice that it is kind of like, it looks kind of haphazard. Maybe something has happened there. If you want to make an investigation check.
Sure.
This shrine is inside of it, or is it outside?
Yes.
All right.
That's a natural 20 for a 20.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Wow. 20. I love
That's actually
What I'm
a
talking about.
for Celeste.
That's great for me.
I knew you could do it.
So as you're walking up, Celeste, you're like, ooh, it looks like this shrine may have been vandalized.
Mm-hmm.
But as you're getting closer, you actually notice that it's not vandalized. It's more like the symbols were deliberately scratched away. So it actually looks like someone scratched away whatever sigil of whatever deity it was that this shrine was to.
Interesting.
Is there anything I can tell from like what's the shrine made out of? Like what is the construction of it, right? Like, you know, a shrine to like a god of the forge and fire would be made with metals. Like for a god of nature, it would be like more wood and natural objects. She's trying to like can she get like the vibe or the domain just based off of the construction, or is that also lost to time?
So it is kind of, it's been derelict for so long. A lot of this has been kind of worn away just by weather and things of that nature. But it is a stone, kind of looks almost like an obelisk.
Okay.
And it looks like because you're kind of investigating deeper into what's going on, you do notice pieces of what look like obsidian.
Sure.
On the ground or kind of strewn around it. It may have been broken at some point in time, but there is this obsidian that you find.
She'll take like a moment to try to like, you know, dust it off and you know, if there's any like stray vines, she'll like try to pull them off. Not knowing.
Oddly enough, you notice that there's specifically no vegetation nearby. Like you would expect to see vines growing on it. Obviously, all of the other buildings and things of that nature have, you know, either vines or moss or some kind or high grass, things of that nature kind of around it. This does not have any vegetation in like a circle around this thing.
I would like to use my divine domain to what is it? The like I want to smell magic. They have their own weird thing. Sorry. I would like to use divine sense.
Okay.
If I may. I want to detect celestial fiends and undead. And I can tell if a place or object has been consecrated or desecrated.
Okay.
So I'd like to just open myself up. Like, is there any sort of other planar or foul play here?
So you get the feeling that, so as you open yourself up to this, the energies in this area of the divine nature, you feel a warmth that feels kind of like the sun. But it's not quite it's not like the normal solar deities that you would feel. It feels more primal, more intense.
Okay.
Right. As far as the consecration, it feels like this place may have been at one point consecrated, but it has since either been desecrated directly or because of time, or a combination of both.
Of the two. Okay, yeah. It feels like somebody wanted to sort of cover their tracks here. I think
seems like what you feel is that it seems though whatever was being worshipped either is no longer or they don't want it to be.
Okay.
Right.
I think I think she's still going to take a moment to just make just using the space as a place of some sort of worship. Just make a general appeal, not to this specific god, but to whatever, beings or presences are from this area. Just being like, while, please see the journey of our newly made companions made safe on their road to whatever lands until they go to whatever lands they choose. And while we're here, we ask for your protection as well. So just sort of a general, like, not putting names on things, but like, hey, we're here. We're not trying to mess with anything. Please watch your backs. Thanks.
Try to fuck you at the end of it.
What?
Oh no. No.
No. We play nice in the sandbox with gods, good or bad.
We play nice when the gods are around.
Well, the only way to figure out what god it is, you obviously have to challenge it.
No, thank you.
Please no. Please no. Do not challenge the gods.
Yeah, just sort of like, hey, we're stopping by. I hope that's cool. Thank you so much. If it's not, please give us a very gentle, get the fuck out, and that's totally cool. No worries.
Love it. Okay. Awesome. So Celeste has gone over to and has been investigating the shrine. What is everybody else doing?
I guess me and Seraphina are in the cemetery.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So Seraphina and Nytheris are in the cemetery. You guys are kind of poking around. You do notice, as I mentioned, that there are maybe about a dozen or so grave markers that are clearly marked. And then there's a couple of other foundations of graves that have no markers.
Can I do like an investigation to see if the graves were tampered with, or if the headstones were removed, or if like any names were messed with or anything like that?
Sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make a roll.
Okay. It's 16.
Okay. So as you're looking through, it does look as though these grave markers probably were there at some point in time, but it does look like they were physically lifted and removed.
I think Sarah's gonna real quick just bend down and do a little bit of druid craft and just put flowers on the graves that she walks by.
Okay. So as Seraphina walks by, little flowers. What kind of flowers are you putting up?
Ooh, poppies, because they're soldiers, I guess, fallen from battle. Yeah.
Sure. Okay. So little poppy flowers are going to kind of grow in her wake as she walks in and about these graves.
I'm gonna read the tombstones, the gravestones that are there. Any of them of note, or are they just like Bob Smith, etc., etc.?
Go ahead and make a history check for me.
Oh, that's interesting. Let's see. What's my history again? Nope. The other way. Nope. 18.
Okay. So one of the names gets your attention, and it's the name Davros. That reminds you of that was the name of one of the leaders of Dravenport over the years.
Huh.
So at some point in time, an ancestor of someone relatively important was here.
You said old leader of Dravenport, right? Yeah.
Correct.
That's interesting. As I go over the graves, I'm just looking and go, Davros.
Oh.
Interesting. As I'm gonna pull out my harp.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to flick it, and I'm gonna cast Speak with Dead on the
Okay.
grave.
Okay.
Do I get any? Does any spirit come up or anything like that?
So after a moment, you see, and Serafina, you will also see as he's humming this, making the harp make that kind of eerie song that it does. A entity kind of starts to slowly appear. It looks a bit like looks reminiscent of your captain, but clearly different, older than he would be, obviously, but definitely a family resemblance. And this spirit kind of just lists there, kind of in this kind of semi-translucent state.
Interesting.
Huh.
He looks a lot like my captain from home. Okay. Maybe he is.
Maybe
Interesting.
it is.
So I'm gonna. So I get 5 questions to ask, right? Yeah, 5 questions. Okay. So I'm gonna ask. Let's see. Were you the leader of Travanport in the past?
No, not of Dravenport. I was leader of the outpost.
The outpost was used when Dravenport tried to lay siege onto Eldara. So that makes sense.
So this was a Travanport.
So it's, yeah.
What was this outpost used for?
We protected the kingdom from the dirty elves.
Sarah will twitch a little bit at that, but not do anything.
How did you meet your end here?
An attack under cover of night, as they usually do.
Serafina, do you have any questions for this?
This dirty elf does have a question.
Well, if you want me to ask it, what is the question?
What was your people's goal in laying siege to Eldara?
I'll relay it.
Yeah.
Okay. We do not lay siege. We protect against incursion.
So the Eldarans are... Can I make a history check to see if I know about this specific battle in history?
Sure.
Like what happened? Ooh, that's a 19 on the die.
And
So
I'll shout out in the council. Hey, anybody got any questions for this dead guy? Seems to be the leader of this outpost before it fell.
So, Serafina, you think back, and what was your check? I'm sorry.
25.
25. Okay, so you know that this wasn't necessarily a single battle situation. However, historically, the 4 prior to kind of the Grand Accords, all of the kingdoms constantly fought against one another.
Right.
And more than likely, at some point in time, again, you don't know necessarily the timeline here. However, this outpost was probably used for a very long time as a buffer, or one of the buffers, between Eldara and Dravenport. And so, again, not necessarily knowing when this guy is from, it seems that it was definitely during a time prior to the Accords, where he clearly has a very strong opinion, right, of Eldarans. So
those dirty elves.
No.
No.
So lucky that Kaelin isn't there.
Oh, Sarah's just in her head. He's already dead.
Maybe Celeste would like to see a dead person. Hey, Celeste!
What's up?
Come over here for a second.
Okay.
Oh no.
She'll like wrap up what she's doing at the shrine, and she'll walk over. And is this like, did you exhume this corpse so you can talk to it?
No, it's the spirit of it.
Oh, so she turns the corner and she just like.
So important question for you, Celeste. Are you going through the closed gate, or are you going around from the front and coming around?
She'll like open the closest gate to get to the cemetery.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you're going to find the closest gate. You're going to pull those big doors open.
Yeah.
So behind you, Nytheris, you hear this creaking of big doors. Celeste walks out, and there is Seraphina kind of off a little bit to the side. Nytheris is standing there. There's a bunch of poppy flowers around them, and then there is this spectral commander-looking, military-looking dude kind of floating next to Nytheris.
I'm also standing there with my harp in my hand, and it's like having a slight thrum. Well, this is Dravos. Dravos. He was the leader of this outpost, and I'm asking him some questions. I have one question left. Do you have any?
How many people were under his command?
Okay.
Or where do they hide their treasures? And she'll just close the door and just be like, it's weird.
Like,
Barricade the door. Put the barricade back on the door.
Yeah, is there a bar?
She bars the door.
There is actually a bar on the side, kind of this big metal bar. I am going to need a strength check from you,
she's not. I'm actually going to bar
okay.
She welds it shut.
Sears it with sunlight.
Okay. So I turn back to Davros. Did you have anything else, Seraphina, or am I just going to ask it another question? All right. So I turn back to it. I go, so besides protecting the kingdom, was there any other significance to this outpost, whether it be treasures or religious, because I saw the staples, so like a religious area or some kind of other importance to this kingdom, this outpost?
He kind of seems to like think for a moment, like he's trying to think of anything, and he simply comes back with, "We were but a humble outpost protecting the kingdom to the best of our ability."
Okay, and then he'll fade away because of the last.
And with that, he just starts to kind of fade in on himself and then dissipates.
I'll kneel next to the grave and thank him for his service, and then I'll stand up.
Sarah will kind of look at the grave a little bit and then also just make a single poppy flower, just one, right on his grave. Just, I guess.
That's interesting. He looks a lot like my captain from Davenport. And Davros is a name of a former leader of Davenport. Yeah, if my memory serves me correctly. So, was it a popular name? I don't know.
He was known for his great deeds. Maybe a lot of people named their kids.
Yeah, maybe. He definitely does look a lot resemblance like family.
Looks like him.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Any other names stick out or anything in like that's a general or maybe like a title on any of these names, or mostly just like let me.
Nothing that kind of sticks out at you.
Okay. And I go to Serafina, why did over there where the foundations were, why did you make poppies over there? Is there supposed to be graves there or something? Or
it seemed so. It seemed that they were forgotten, and it seemed a little sad for them to not be known. So just as a little token of remembrance.
I walk over there. Does it look like it's clearly distinct grave areas also, or is it just kind of? And
as I said, there's actual foundations. There's like stone foundations, and then
And are they any different from the other foundations that I see behind me, or is it kind of the same without headstone?
They're all kind of the same, just not without headstones.
How many are there?
About 6.
6. I'm gonna go third one in and use Speak with Dead on that one.
All right, I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna circle back to that for you. Okay. So Kaylin, you had walked out kind of the perimeter of the outside, and you moved inside, brought the animals in. What is your next steps?
I'm gonna go find Thuris, and when I do, I'm going to cast Find Familiar, and summon a. I'm gonna go with small cat.
Okay.
Well, yeah. Actually, no. I'm sorry. An owl.
Okay.
And then I'm going to shapeshift into a wolf, and say, "I want to check the place," and then look up to Thuris and go, "Want to check the place out?"
So when you find Thuris, he's not standing anywhere. He's actually sitting with his back against the well. He's clutching his coat. His eyes are closed. He's sweating profusely, and he's trying to breathe himself down.
Oh. I'll just stop for a second.
And that kind of like deep in, out through the mouth.
I'll take a deep breath, look at him. Can I roll insight to see if it's something I can talk to him about, or is he just having if he's having a panic attack?
Sure, go ahead.
The 16.
Okay. Thuris, how are you feeling, buddy?
He's staving off a panic attack. He's not in one yet, but he's fighting one off.
I will then shift back to Kalen, back to my physical form, and cast Calm Emotions.
All right. Okay.
I guess it's not attacking him. I'm not attacking him, so it's more just kind of like to try to bring him back to his whatever his center is.
Okay.
Like whatever, because I don't know what his center is, so it's kind of bringing him back down to like a relaxed state.
Trying to calm him.
Yep. Yeah. So it is a charisma saving throw. Unless you are going to relent, Thoris, you would have to make a roll. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and make that roll.
It's a 14.
DC 14.
Yeah.
I failed, so I calmed down. I rolled a 12.
Okay, so you feel that like all of the that clenching in your chest kind of suddenly break away, and you're calmer. You can still feel what initiated the panic, but it's like a forced calm, and you're able to wrap your head around it and bring yourself to a calmer spot. As you're doing that, as you kind of look around and you're interacting with your surroundings now again for the first time, and Kaylin, if you want to make this check as well, actually, yeah, both of you can do it, because you were so hyper focused on each other, you're now kind of taking in your surroundings. Please go ahead and make me just a perception check.
23.
Okay.
Oh, just a 15.
Okay. So you both notice that the well that you had been kind of close by is sealed shut with iron bars.
Oh, it's a good thing that he calmed Thuris down. Okay.
As I was trying to calm him down, I'm extending my hand to like as a pickup kind of thing. I go, so there's something locked in that well. You might want to get up.
Have you ever seen a goblin skitter?
Yeah.
Well, now you're seeing
all four backwards.
The orc skitters away from the well into his feet.
Yeah.
And immediately has his glaive in his hand. Like, no. And he just like, no. And he starts walking towards the tower.
So Kaylin looks down. I'm like, do I open it?
No.
Like, he's just kind of looking down like, oh, I wonder what's in there.
So as you look down into the gloom, because of your ability to see through the darkness, you notice that it's a long tunnel that eventually seems to open up, and the water level is below where it opens up.
Oh. Well, I look back.
He is gone.
Norris. So the water is all the way down at the bottom, but I don't see anything in there right now. So I guess for now we can stay away from that and call that a let's not for now. But wait, we should probably not let Netherus near it.
Don't say that too loud.
Just check. Like, we should probably stop him from going near that thing. I feel like that might be a problem. Also, maybe I look again down there to see if there's anything moving, like any creatures or anything like that.
You don't
anything
see
small
any
or bigger.
Yeah, you don't see
nothing's down there.
any kind of movement down there.
Let's put a pin in that and check out the building.
Okay. All right. So you guys
go back and follow Thuris towards the building.
Okay. So you guys are going to head towards the command tower. Sounds great.
I will leave the owl right there.
Okay.
The owl. I will tell the owl to stay and look, because if something happens, to let me know.
Okay. No problem at all. Sounds good. All right, Celeste. So after you have pulled the doors shut, you're decided that you are not dealing with the undead nonsense going on outside the outer in the inner ring. What are you doing?
She closes the doors and she's like, I think there's this moment of reflection where she's like, now everything I do makes sense, and this is fine. Cool. These people, cultures be crazy. I would love to go home. She's gonna turn, and I think would she catch the end of that interaction with Caitlin and Therese when he's like going off to the tower?
Yeah, so I would say that at that point in time, you would be, as you're turning and being like, hell to the nope on all of that nonsense.
Yeah.
You turn and you
Tracy Morgan.
notice
Nope.
that exactly. You notice that Kaelin and Thuris are walking away from the well. There's a kind of a small owl
Just vibing.
for some reason
Sitting on the well.
sitting pretty on the well, and they have walked away and are walking into the tower.
I think seeing this, she's like, and she'll just like jog to catch up to them.
Okay.
So yeah, she like.
Is she stressed in any way?
She is. There's this moment of like, I don't think she's stressed. I think she's just like, this is work today, and like just goes.
Ah, okay.
Like she jogs up. She'll catch up to you guys. I think my movement speed's a little bit faster than you guys.
Oh, not worried about that.
We're not even trying to.
Quickly.
Sure. She just jogs up. And she's like, so where are we going?
There.
Inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, big tower. Makes sense.
Yeah. You okay?
What? Oh.
Are you good? Are you okay?
You're a kick open the doors.
Okay.
Yep. She'll
I'll make
follow
a
through.
check if you want.
You just Sparta boot these doors. Boom. Right?
Yeah. Kaelin looks back. Okay. We're going in. We're going in. All right, we're good.
Are we gonna wait?
If you need, I roll a natural 19 on my strength check to kick the doors
Incredible.
open.
Double damage the doors.
So you just you just knock this door off the hinge. Got it. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Give me a second. I'm going to circle back to Seraphina and Nytheris while you guys are outside. So you do hear a little bit of commotion inside. As a large kind of bang happens. But otherwise, and then it doesn't seem to have any further sound afterwards.
Okay.
I'm sure they're fine. Anyway.
No screaming. We're good.
Yeah. I'm going to go back to, on the third one, I'm going to do the thing.
Speak with
Speak
dead.
with dead.
Okay.
Speak with
Dead.
I'm going to try to speak with dead again.
Okay.
No.
So you wait for a bit, and after a time that would be normally how long it would, that you would expect a spirit to show up, you don't seem to be getting any traction.
Huh.
Oh.
So like it feels like whatever, it's not that you're necessarily being stopped.
Okay.
There's nothing
But
there.
it's like there's nothing there, or it's not reachable for some reason.
Gotcha. I'm going to detect magic on the ground in front of me.
Sure. There is no magic.
Okay. Huh. Well, it
What
doesn't
does this
look
mean?
good. Well, either there's nothing there, or the spirit is being held somewhere, or trapped, or doesn't exist, or vanished. Maybe. Just unreachable. I could
Interesting.
try one of the other graves, but I don't know if I really care to waste another spell on this.
I think we should check out what that big bang was.
I'm sure it's just Celeste maybe tripping over something, or Thuris punching a wall, or
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, that is. And there were 6 of them with no foundation, and they're empty. That's strange.
I mean, we could dig and try to see if there's a body.
Oh no, I'm good. No, if you want to dig, you can. That seems to be your thing. I will judge, and I will not stop you.
I think let's just go back to the
Okay, solid plan.
tower for now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So we
we're
waddle
gonna.
our way back.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going to start heading back. Give it a few moments, and you guys will be able to be there. So Thuris, Kalen, and followed quickly by Celeste. After the initial bang of the door and kind of a puff of dust, as this area, which was otherwise undisturbed, has now been disturbed by your actions. You notice that this space has a couple of different pieces to it. The first and the foremost that you notice is that it's kind of designed like a captain's quarters. So this is probably where the captain and maybe some other high-ranking officials stayed. There seem to be like little areas off to the side for sleeping quarters. There's a large two sets of desks here that looks like an office area. And then farther back, there's like a kitchenette area where they would ostensibly made food and had access to water and things of that nature. And then the only other thing that you notice of kind of that's big and noticeable is that there's a set of stairs that seem to lead up and around like a spiral, probably likely heading up higher into the tower proper. But it does look like there is a door that is closed, like maybe 3 or 4 stairs up. There's a door, and that door does have a big iron padlock on it.
Cool.
No one's here, right? Like I'm looking around the room, not turning on any lights.
Other than the initial, this puff of now dust that's kind of lingering in the air as the sunlight kind of breaks through like the in between the panels, right, of this building. That's the only movement is the dust particles in the air. This place has not seen movement in probably decades.
So the prince told us to meet him here, right?
Yeah,
he did.
Our orders were to wait here, right?
Yeah. So is it me, or is this just not sitting correctly? There's been no sign of anyone here.
Well, maybe we got here early. It makes sense to take the time to make sure the area is secure before they arrive.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
No, I don't know if like nobility seems to, when they want to do something, they need like a whole retinue. People set up their camps ahead of time so they have a place to sleep. There's a lot of, they take forever to travel. I feel like
this is more of a sneaky thing, so I'm not sure they would bring. But I mean, there should be at least someone here. I can't believe that they would have gotten here after us.
While they're talking, Thurs is going to go to the desk and look for keys.
Did he say when they would be here?
Did not. That is also a thing.
It feels a bit short-sighted. I feel like having clear deadlines and communication is important.
I guess we should. Yeah, that would be. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Pete,
do we think that mobility would be good with that?
Yeah,
I guess we should. I guess we should investigate the place.
Hey guys, where are you?
Rummaging around in the other desk.
In the tower.
All right.
So, Thuris, you go to the desk, and as you're looking through, you're finding kind of what look like old, rotting maps, some of which look like they are obviously drawn. They're drawn maps of Dravenport and the area. You notice immediately that like the lines of the borders are clearly different than the modern borders. Okay. You do notice where the outpost is comparatively. You notice that the border does kind of go up north much farther than it previously did. And then, of course, there's other maps, some of which look like they are maybe scouting maps. movements of troops, things of that nature. You'll notice that there's a bunch of like records. There's a journal there. There's some looks like hand-drawn portraits and things of that nature kind of strewn throughout. It does look like, as far as you can tell, this was left and kind of is just this time capsule where it was whatever was there when whoever last touched it was how it's sitting. Okay. So as Kaelin and Celeste finish up their conversation, Nytheris and Seraphina, you can kind of come around, and you guys are now all kind of conglomerated in this. It's a decent size space. All five of you rather, can easily move about this space without a problem. Okay. So Thuris is at one of the desks. What's everybody else looking for? We're looking at.
I go over to the other one and sit down.
Okay.
Oh, sure. So what room is this? And so you said it looks like a captain's quarters almost?
Yes.
Huh.
Maybe it's like an office or so.
Maybe this was Davos's office. You guys find anything interesting?
Who's Davos?
Did you ask him where his pictures were?
The leader of this outpost that I was speaking to.
He's here?
No.
Well,
He talked to
there's no window, right?
that guy. Yeah.
Is there a
What?
window in this room, Pete?
There is no window.
All right. I kind of generally point in the direction where the cemetery is. I'm like, there's a cemetery over there. I talked to him. He's here, but not really.
He's
What?
a ghost magic.
Wait. So this was a Travanport base then.
Yeah, it was. They were using this outpost as a way to protect Travanport from attacks from the elves. He said.
Like I noticed that Seraphina's response go. Is that what it was?
It was, yes, it was an old outpost that was used at a time where Travanport and Eldara were in constant conflict, and Davros had very strong opinions about Eldarans that are not really worth repeating, but safe to say that it was what's the word? Primarily Travanport used. So there was like
We'll start pulling open drawers next to where I'm sitting and look for stuff.
Yeah, okay. And they were attacked in the middle of the night by the elves and were killed.
As far as he knows.
Yeah.
That's a solid tactical option.
Yeah.
There's glances at the well through the door and then shakes his head, and then if he finds nothing at this desk, he's going to go try to break open that lock.
So I'm gonna, if there's paper scattered around the desk, I'm gonna take a look at him and see what's going on with those.
He points out a journal for you reading, folks.
Ooh, I'll take the journal.
Okay, sounds great. All right, so Kaelin, you're looking through that desk. Go ahead and make me an investigation check. Nytheris is looking through the journal. Thuris is heading towards the door that leads upwards. Celeste, Seraphina, what are you guys doing?
Is the stairs past the door, or can I go more up the stairs?
So there's like 3 or 4 stairs, and then a heavy wooden door with a big honking padlock on it. And you can, if you like kind of look through like one of the broken slats, you can tell that there's definitely stairs that continue upward.
Okay. Yeah. I would want to go with Thuris to try to see if I could help him with the lock. Yeah.
I will also help.
15 on the search.
Break the door.
Great. All right. So as you're looking through the desk, you're definitely finding different documents. Looks like letters that may have been from higher up commanders in the exchange. There is a couple of other, again, some maps, things of that nature. And you do notice that there's a storehouse log, as well as a couple of other logs, things of that nature. There's a what almost kind of looks like a manifest, but it's a list of people.
It's written in like common, so I can kind of.
It is all written in common, so you have very little issue reading what's on any of that. A lot of it's mostly mundane. However, you do note that of note in there are some writings to loved ones. It looks like there's some mail that that kind of it's just written out, and then it looks like it's been crumpled. Right.
Is any of the, as I'm kind of like speed reading for looking for data and also keys or any kind of anything else, are there any, is the language familiar? In other words, like, hey, things are rough here, like describing, right, like, you know how soldiers write home
Like a
about
captain's
their
log.
experiences? Like, what kind of language are they using?
It's a combination. Most of it's kind of low level language. They're not particularly highbrow they're not using large words. And it seems as though some of them are written, they're scrawled out. And then it looks like they've been laying in a pile that are set for something. And a lot, if you're looking through them, you can kind of see that they're all from a similar date. So they're all kind of from the same day. Looks like they were in a pile to do something.
Is there any, I guess what I'm really looking for is the language being used derogatory to the Eldarin at all?
Nothing specific that calls it out. A lot of it's all kind of reading, miss you, hope to be coming home soon, etc. A lot of those kinds of notes home. And then you notice that there's a couple of other...
shoulder.
You just toss them?
Yeah, they're no of importance to me. I don't really care. I'm looking for stuff that matters, so I'm just like, oh, whatever. They miss their people, whatever. And I don't actually doesn't bother me at all.
Who doesn't?
They're gone. They're long gone. I'm looking for stuff that can get either A through that door, so that I don't have to, headbutt it or anything like that.
Okay.
Because Ankylosaurus and friendship could, walk through the door.
Sure. The only other thing that you notice as you're kind of strewing through all of this paper is that it seems as though you do see another set of like another pile of papers, and those papers kind of speak to it specifically calls out Cindervale as a thing, right? That as this letter is from there, advising a withdrawal.
I guess this would be around the time of setting some peace. I'm gonna kind of investigate to see if there's any hidden compartments in this desk.
Sure.
I mean, one of two ways. Either I can smash it or...
Kalen, what are you looking
for? To see if I can get through that door over there. I point to where Thuris, Sarfina, and stuff. So where Thuris is like winding up and rotating Thuris is rotating his shoulder to like punch through the door.
I could just try to pick the lock.
I mean, if I can find a key, then why would you have to pick the lock?
I'm just gonna
Doris
yeah.
and Celeste, you guys are at the door.
They're just gonna
You
hammer
got
the
this.
door, aren't they?
Next to you.
I rolled a 25 strength check.
Blessing.
Yeah, I'm gonna give through his guidance. You got this, and help.
Yep.
Oh, we already have guidance from the cleric from
The other priest.
yeah.
What did she give us?
She gave us guidance.
Guidance only lasts for like a
31.
minute.
Oh, okay, never mind that.
Yeah, guidance doesn't last very long.
Yeah.
Never mind.
But you give it Celeste is like hit it right there.
You got
guides
this.
your
Oh,
hand.
no.
And so
I'll take
Sarah
once
takes a
again,
step back for
the
safety.
relative quietude is broken by this loud bang as this door, the
Yes, it is.
hinges, kind of a metal piece flies off, almost clips Nytheris in the head as this door just kind of half splinters off of its hinges. And it is now laying flat on what look like stairs heading upward.
He goes.
Well, I don't need to find the key, and I just push my way away from the desk, and I walk over there.
As you push away from the desk, a latch falls and a key falls out.
That's amazing.
Oh,
The padlock's
Yeah,
not working.
never mind.
Save
Like,
it for later.
I pick up the key. Like I pick up the key. I look at it. I go. I'll walk over and try the key on the lock.
It totally opens.
Is the lock rusted and busted, or is like solid? It's still.
Oh, the lock is very solid.
it's very locked.
Put it. I literally just put it in a bag.
Okay.
The lock and key. I'm like, it might come in handy some point.
Kaz,
I may hit somebody with it.
So
Kaz is gonna look up from Sarah's belt and look up at theirs, and then look back at Sarah and be like, "Remind me to never piss this guy off."
I'm not that.
Look down at the guy. And go. Just don't be a door, man.
You're right.
don't be a door.
He doesn't like
come
doors.
in, or don't be a door.
You don't like doors, do you, Doris? At all. Doris just doesn't like doors. Huh. Noted.
He just grunts and keeps walking up the stairs.
So before I head up, I'm just gonna grab some of the maps and stuff like that.
Okay.
That look kind of interesting, and then
Sure.
just kind of pack them up and then go upstairs.
Love it. All right.
I'm not going to go upstairs. I'm going to stay downstairs and make sure no one comes up behind us because it's stairwell.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. So Thorez, followed by Celeste, Seraphina, and Nytheris, are taking up the rear, are coming up the stairs. You continue up the stairs. It kind of wraps around a circle 2 or 3 times as you going up this this tower, and you come to another door. That door is it's similarly designed with a similar padlock.
Wait.
and it simply
That poor door.
it simply says authorized only,
Oh.
no admittance.
Oh, no.
What was
Wait,
the last
so-
thing?
Wind
It says
singer.
authorized only, wind singer.
Wind singer.
Wind singer.
Can I roll a check for like a history check if I've ever heard that name before?
Me too.
Sure.
Yeah.
God.
Oh, awesome. Roll.
What is this?
Another 19. So
Dirty
25.
20.
Dirty 20. Okay. Celeste, you said you were making the roll?
Yeah, 14.
As far as any of you have two, there is, you get it. No, I'm kidding.
There's
So-
like
Yeah.
somebody that swings with the winds.
So you all are looking at this and going, I have no idea what that is.
Wow.
Never heard of
Wind
Wind singer.
a wind singer.
Title or
I don't know. There is, if you don't mind, let me get the key so we can open this. It might have a trap on it.
I mean,
He
it says
shrugged.
do not enter. I feel like
All right, so I'm gonna go to Kaylin and get the key. There's another
Okay.
locked door.
They didn't punch it?
No, there might be a trap on it. Can I just
It
get
says
the key?
do not enter.
Usually that means don't enter. Don't what?
We're not
What are you
authorized.
guys doing?
You have 45 seconds.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Time out. Wait. Don't break the door. Don't break the door. What does it say on the door?
Sarah's gonna slide of hand. Can I do a slide of hand check to take the key from Kaylin?
All right, it's in
You
my
have to go back
bag.
downstairs
So
to do that.
you have to come all the way
Sarah's
downstairs.
gonna run down, grab the key, and then run back up
17,
before Thuris breaks it.
19, 20,
But wait, what does the door say?
Says authorized only wind singer.
24,
Wind singer.
Yes.
6,
Huh.
He's counting.
What does
20,
wind singer mean?
Up and give me the key.
30,
Can I just have the key, please?
30.
It's a Dravenport thing, so maybe they'll let me go
What's
in.
a history check of 20 to see if I know of a wind singer?
You have never heard of a wind singer.
I got a 16 on sleight of hand. Can I steal the key?
Kaylin, give me a perception check.
Well, you see her running down, definitely.
Like 13.
I have paused counting.
An 18.
We're rolling.
All right, so you absolutely go and try to pick his pocket. He notices it, whether he stops you or not. That's going to be his call. However, Kaylin, you notice Seraphina is definitely like trying to like actively pick your pockets.
I wait till she puts her hand in the bag, and then I lean down and go, "What do you need, little one?"
Cass is just gonna.
My hand is
Before
up.
I could even say anything, Cass is gonna jump up, come up my arm, grab the key, and then run to Thora's. I got it, holding it with two hands.
She's got it up above his head.
No,
just-
Kaz does.
And just
Kaz has it.
bolts up the stairs.
I look at Seraphina and I go, that could end badly for him. Why did he do?
I would rather we have the key than something else blow up.
So a few
Nothing-
seconds
He's gonna
later,
punch the door. He's gonna punch the door anyway. The key's for this lie.
I'm
we're running up the
Pirates.
stairs with keys above his head.
Right when he gets to 2, he goes, "Oh, good."
My only reason I was like, as Seraphina's coming up, I'm running up with her also, and I'm like, wait, maybe I should do it because it is a Davenport base. Maybe it is better.
I was gonna say
Also, I can
because
check for magic.
I just look back and look upstairs.
The pearlescent fish man and just leaves the key in the lock and backs up and goes, "Sure."
All right.
Tiny fish man.
So first, I'm gonna go to the door. I'm gonna check for magic. I'm gonna use detect magic on the door.
Sure. It does not seem like it is giving off any kind of magic.
Oh, thank goodness. And then
He didn't say there's no magic.
I
It
am going.
seems like
Can I
there's no
roll?
magic.
I think it's sleight of hand for check for traps, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay, good. That's a good roll, at least. Because I think for this, I need a good roll.
Tech traps. There's nothing but traps.
400 traps. Oh no. 22.
Oops, all traps.
So as you kind of feel around the outside edges and kind of look through it, you cannot find any kind of trapping mechanisms or anything like that that would alert you that this is a trapped lock. This is just, as far as you can tell, an ordinary big honkin' lock
Great.
with a now key jutting out the front of it.
Punch! I'm kidding.
So I will try to turn this key.
Wait, are you authorized?
Yeah, sure.
The key turns and it turns quietly, and then it kind of gives that little bit of pressure, and then you hear an audible click as the key finishes turning, and the lock pulls itself apart and is now hanging there.
Sick. I take the lock off the door, and
Okay.
Is it a push in, pull out?
It is a push in.
I'll push in the door.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a
So-
floor.
You'd be only so lucky. No, I'm kidding. So as you push in the door, The entire room, it seems to be bathed in a like silverish light. As you continue to look through it, you notice that there is kind of what look like papers strewn about the entire floor. And then up on the walls are all kinds of papers and documents and all kinds of this giant cache of documentation around it. For all intents and purposes, it would almost look like a scroll library. Okay?
Oh,
However, in the center of this otherwise paper menagerie, there is this thing that is floating in the center, and it looks almost like a ring, like a gold ring inside a translucent crystal, and there's tendrils of silver light that are emanating off of it, reaching out in every direction, that is touching the walls in this giant circle.
Oh. Nobody owned this fucking room yet. Wait.
Are y'all dead yet?
Oh no, I don't know what this is.
Can I?
I'm gonna detect magic on it because it's obviously magic.
I mean, it might be magic. Turns out it's not magic. It's just a living thing.
All right, so what do I get from the detect magic?
Important question. Are you walking in the room to detect magic, or are you staying on the outside of the doorway?
Right now, I'm staying on the outside.
Okay.
I don't think there's a roll for this.
I don't think there is either.
It just tells you if there's magic or not.
Yeah.
Or what kind.
So you do your trappings to to detect magic, and nothing.
Like no magic happens, or
no, you cast.
Okay.
You can feel the cast magic. You can sense the magic on your person. You can sense the magic behind you down the hall. In front of you, nothing.
So, question. There's
Yes.
like this weird orb thing. Is it floating? Is it in the band?
So it is floating. So again, what it looks like, it is a ring, a gold ring, roughly maybe like 2 feet across. Okay,
Yeah.
roughly the size of one's head. Okay,
Yeah.
That ring is suspended in a translucent like crystal.
Yeah.
And then and out of that crystal are these silver tendrils that are kind of reaching out to the edges of the room.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay.
Quickly,
of this thing is just kind of suspended in the air with nothing but these tendrils reaching out to every corner of the room.
okay,
I
so there.
still have my divine sense. Is this thing
Okay.
fiend, celestial, or undead?
You look at it and you don't see it through divine sense. It just it's physically there, but you get nothing off of
There's
it.
nothing on it. Cool. When I
There's no magic either, guys.
no.
There's no
Well,
magic at all.
we weren't detectable by magic, so maybe this thing isn't either.
I think-
Oh,
I don't
maybe it's
think,
something the prince set up.
I don't think any of the spellcasters should go into this room. First of all, given the history
Why
of
not?
given the history of the people of Dravenport and the way that Davros spoke of the Eldarans and the general attitude that seems to be the function of the outpost, might be something to either do with, the stopping the Eldarans who are mostly druids and use magic, and if there is no detection, if there's no magic being detected here, maybe this is something that tampers with our ability to use magic.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
this is in character. Question.
Yep. Oh,
That
yes.
would mean the only person you would want in that room is me, since I do not use magic.
Maybe.
I mean, Avaris is the only person who's authorized, I think.
Is authorization aside.
Well, I can cast like a windstorm on myself and try to enter the room.
What if we just throw a rock in there and see what happens?
As they're babbling about it, I'm gonna walk up the stairs and. What did you guys find?
Kaylin, do you have a rock?
I could make one. I mean, yeah, I think I have one in my pocket.
So you
I have a
look,
rock.
kind
I
of look
reach in my
past
bag. I
them,
pull out a rock.
and as you pull that rock out, you look kind of past them, and you see this thing.
Oh, hello.
What is that? Hold on. Wait. I whip out my mom's book. I start looking through to see if there's any mention of this thing. Is that magical, by the way?
No.
Well,
Is it moving?
No? Is it moving?
It is moving. The tentacles are moving. No.
Nothing's
just like-
moving.
Oh,
it's
okay,
just
okay.
yeah.
does it look like these silvery tendrils? Are they like physical objects that are anchoring this thing to the space?
It is hard to tell because every piece of this thing is like translucent.
Yeah, it's like very alien. All right.
What?
Well,
Oh,
hello.
I guess.
Can you hear me? Okay,
No.
Kaylin, can I have the rock?
Oh, sure. Yeah. I give Celeste the rock. Here.
He's like, I mean, do we have any better ideas?
We can walk in.
Tell us if there's a time.
Okay. What?
No, we're not walking in. Hold on.
Okay, she'll just like, she's not gonna throw the rock at it. She just like,
In the room.
she just like, yeah, just like rolls the rock into the room. Like she's trying to get this rock like a foot into the room to see what happens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this rock rolls.
Yeah.
It rolls into the room. And nothing happens.
All right. Well, that seems
It kind of like
fine.
rolls over one of the pieces of the paper that's strewn about, and that's it.
I could send my brother in there. Maybe I shouldn't. I don't know.
Can
That'd be a really weird thing to do. Wouldn't he die again?
Maybe. I don't know. He hasn't died yet. Yet.
Thursday,
Wait.
while they're discussing, and goes to walk in.
Okay.
Like just really,
So
As
tries
he
to
walks
reach
in.
forward, but doesn't make it in time, I think.
So you walk in. Nothing happens. You kind of, the only thing that you notice is that your coat seems to tighten a little bit around you.
Well, I'll take it off, and he goes to hand it to one of you and goes, no, and then just outside the door on the ground.
I'll put my hand out to go to take it, and you go, nope. All right.
Yeah. And then, because I'm not going to, yeah. So
That's
I'm
fine.
going to, that way I can look around.
Sure. So you walk in, and this thing just kind of exists in this room. It seems to just kind of doesn't do anything. There's just all this paper around. Again, a lot of it is up on walls in like scrolls, and then there's a couple of papers that are strewn about the floor. But otherwise, this room, you can move around this room freely. As you walk towards this creature, around the creature, if you go close to the tendrils, you notice that you can physically touch the tendril, but it doesn't seem to do anything.
Oh, it looks fine. I go to step in the room.
I'm going to, while he's doing that, I'm going to grab my coat and put it back on, let it tighten back up.
You put it on, it just kind of, it feels like it's just a little bit tighter than normal, but otherwise it's fine. There,
safe.
you walk into the room without a problem.
Celeste will go in. She'll pick up the rock and give it back to Kaylin.
Cool,
And she'll
thanks.
just like sort of almost absentmindedly start to like pick the papers up and see if there's anywhere like they go.
Okay.
Like there's like a
So
shelf
as
or
you start to
rack.
look at these papers, you notice that they are more of those what look like letters home.
Yeah.
So they look like the written in much the same way as we've spoken before, is just, information about what's happening, where they are, what they're doing, and it on the top of it, it's written in a different scroll that says a town name.
He's gonna take a piece of paper and toss it at the thing.
Okay. So you crumple it up and toss it at it?
Probably not crumple. I don't want to be rude.
Okay. Okay.
Just goes pokes.
So you kind of take it and you kind of push it at it.
Yeah.
Make me a athletics check.
Oh, good. I get to do that with
Oh,
advantage.
no.
That's a hot 10. I rolled a 1 on both die.
Incredible.
I could do.
Incredible.
I could do. Wait. Can I do Ben Luck or something, and you could add a D4?
Sure.
Sure.
Yeah, you add a D4.
That's a hot 14.
Okay. So on a 14, you toss this paper at this thing, and the paper kind of seems to float its way into the what would be the center of the ring, and you see it kind of zip, like there's air for a moment, and then it flips and then lands on the other side.
Is this a mail room? That's in character. This is a mail room.
Oh.
It's definitely a library.
Celeste will keep picking up the letters and look at the town names and see if they're the same or if they're different.
Thuris says that. Keon's like, "Oh, this is of no use to me," and walks down the stairs.
Sarah's gonna do toe first into the room to see if anything happens, looks around, and then goes into it.
Mm-hmm.
As he's walking away, if you guys die, just holler.
Yeah, sure.
So Celeste, you're picking up the more of the papers, and you're recognizing town names.
Yeah.
So a lot of these names, what look like town names, maybe one or two of them you recognize because they're larger towns in Dravenport.
Yeah.
But many of the names of these you don't even recognize because they may either be old and they don't exist anymore, or they're so small that being not from the area, you don't recognize them.
Yeah, and I was never really good at geography anyway, so it's fine.
Sure.
Yeah, she'll collect the letters up and if there's a place to put them, if there's a shelf or whatever, she'll start to sort of sort them. She's like, oh, this is a project, and just goes about tidying. She's just uncertain of what to really do here. She's like, I think this is helpful, and just that's what she does for a little bit.
What else is in this room besides the scrolls on the wall and stuff like that?
So everything in this room seems to be dominated by this entity. And then it's just lots and lots of scrolls of what, again, it's hard to really tell what they're made of, or what's inside them, I should say. However, it's all paper. It's just lots and lots of paper. There does look like there's a small kind of desk off to the side with a scroll and parchment and things of that nature. But otherwise, this looks like just a lot of paper, and then this entity.
I'm gonna go to the desk and search it to see if I find anything of interest in there.
Sure.
Besides letters.
Mm-hmm. So as you're kind of poking around with it, it's a lot of much of the same. However, you do see what looks like in a similar hand to the town names is a set of a stack of letters that all seem to be directed to Cindervale.
If I start reading them, are they letters that are oh, I miss you, things like that, or is it
These seem to be more of a response back or responding back to correspondence with regards to the withdrawal of the outpost. So as far as you can tell, it looks like this outpost was probably emptied shortly after or abandoned shortly after the initial accords were written. And it looks like this was a paring down. Some of these, you note the way that you read them, they seem to have been sent maybe to multiple locations at the same time.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, it just looks like this looks like maybe a communications room.
Authorized only.
But
Windsinger? What does Windsinger mean? So,
and there's no paperwork that says Windsinger or Davros on it, right?
No. Okay. Not that you can tell on the desk.
Yeah, okay.
Did the stairs end here, or is this just a room along the way?
This is the only room.
So this is okay.
So the door, you lead up to a door. That door opens up into this, what looks like an open space. Incidentally, there are no windows. It's just wall-to-wall scrolls and things of that nature, and then this thing.
So we're at like the top of the tower.
Ostensibly.
Yeah.
Does not seem, as you're looking around, does not seem like there is an egress point at any point.
All right.
Anywhere.
I guess we're done with this room. Slash, you ever sorting the papers?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna take me a while. Is this common? This
not really. No, not that I know.
Communication?
I don't think so. Do I know of, or maybe Kaylin knows of, sort of modes of communication that were used at the time?
So as far as you all know, most of the letters or any kind of correspondence is usually brought to a centralized location in most towns, and where it go, and you would get your correspondence from the same place. Ostensibly, nobody really knows how that information gets transferred one way to another. Most people assume, ravens or pigeons or some other, or carriers or something along those lines. But unless any of you have actually inquired or asked, it's just it's like going to the mailbox, right? You drop off your mail at the post office and it magically gets somewhere.
Right. I know that Celeste has like a history of correspondence with family that were afield. So I think she takes a moment and does her letters, does she, the part with writing where you're from on it, has she done that before? Does somebody where she drops her letters off, or do they do that?
So it seems as though that's not something that you've ever done before. Usually you bring the letter to the postmaster or whatever your town would call that person. Right. And they would ask where it's going to.
Right.
And then that's it.
Right. But she's never seen them write on it or anything like that. Okay.
Not that you're aware of, no.
Fascinating. Oh. Is there any sort of are there any inks or stamps or anything that looks like that was used to make this the town name anywhere in the room?
As you're looking around, that desk looks to that there's a fountain pen, a small fountain with a quill sticking out. The quill is definitely old and decrepit and definitely worse for wear, but it's there. If you kind of poke around at it, the ink well is most definitely dry at this point in time. But otherwise, it looks like that would probably it's a good enough guess That's probably where they may have done it from.
And these letters, they look kind of old, right? They're not like fairly recent
They
or
are
anything like that. Right?
They're all old and faded. You can still read them. However, it doesn't look like they've been touched in a long time.
Okay.
Like
none that are fairly new.
As Celeste is picking them up, her hands are getting a little bit dusty.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess I'm done with this room. I'm going back downstairs with Kaylin.
Yeah, I'm going to take a moment to sort through this just to see if I find anything interesting.
Okay.
Sarah's
While
gonna.
they were searching, I'm long gone out of this building.
Sure.
Like I've wandered out and to look for people, look for anything else.
Okay.
Thuris
Sounds
writes a
good.
letter.
Okay.
First, what?
He writes
Thuris
a
is
letter.
writing a letter. Okay.
Oh.
Sounds good.
Sarah
Seraphina.
See that he's left-handed.
Sarah is very intrigued by the golden circle and wants to sort of maybe it's not magic. Can I do some sort of check to investigate it more? Can I see if it's like it has a heartbeat? Can I try to figure out the mechanisms of it? Is there anything in the room that like any of the scrolls that have any instructions or anything at the desk that have any instructions on how to use it?
Okay. Go ahead and make me. So there's a lot of different avenues that you're taking here. No, that's okay. You're doing a thorough investigation. So go ahead and make me an investigation check. Given that the amount of time and effort you're putting into it, go ahead and do so with advantage.
Ooh, thank you.
Okay. While you're doing that, Kaylin, you have left the quarters. You have an entire outpost at your disposal. There's the only entity in this area that you can see is your owl that is perched very calmly on the well. Where are you going?
I'm going to send the owl down into the well, investigate, and I'm going to try to find a meeting hall.
Sure. Okay.
Like the building that would look like a meeting hall, a town hall, some sort of like gathering hub of sorts. I want to find out. I came here for something, and I need to find the thing I came here for.
Okay.
Kaylin's getting a bit antsy in terms of like being stuck here. This isn't natural. It's not, and there's no. He's looking for a purpose here, so he's kind of like looking now, less concerned about, I guess, the surrounding area. So if something's in his way, he's going to either push it, kick it, move it. There's no daintiness going on at this point.
Sure. Okay. All right. So, did you want to handle the review, looking over the for a meeting hall first, or in the well first?
Whichever your choice. Dealer's choice.
Okay.
Dealer's choice.
All right. So as the 1 second. All right. So as you guys, as the owl goes down into the well, it is obviously dark. That darkness kind of gives way to it's a long kind of long shaft down, and then it opens out into what basically is like an underground cistern. Okay. It's relatively large, probably maybe larger than it needed to be for a well. However, it does look upon inspection that there is like carvings and chests and things of that nature down here.
When I can see through the owl's eyes, so when it perks up and realizes that there are things down there that aren't water, I will look around with the owl's eyes and see if it's if there are storage or if it's something else.
So this definitely looks like there is storage down here. that it has, that there's like chests of big old chests there. There's some like weapons and armor that have kind of been tossed down here. They're not in any kind of, they're kind of just laying there. There's no organic matter. There's no skeletons or things of that nature down here. The only other thing that you notice is the odd drip every once in a while of the sound of water. There is a small bit of water in the central kind of alcove, but most of this is all kind of strewn around the outside edges, almost as if this was both a well, but also kind of designed as a safe places to put stuff.
Were there any other? I guess I'll have the owl fly around, ignoring the stuff in the room, but looking for a way in or out that's not the well, the top of the well.
So as you're looking around, there does seem to be a small alcove set into one of the walls. It looks partially like it's partially collapsed, but it does look like there was at some point in time an ingress-egress there.
I'm gonna walk to where that is, but above where I'm at, kind of like meeting, so that I'm above there, and look around and investigate that area to see if there's a way down there, whether it be inside of a room, a building, or something along those lines.
So as far as you can tell, it looks like it is aiming southward. So if you're looking at the cistern from the center, you would be looking straight down, you'd be looking southward, and it seems to be like, if you looked at it, it would be almost like a direct path southwest. We'll call it.
Southwest. Southwest would be
southeast.
Oh, okay. Southwest, so it's towards Dragonport. Right. Interesting. I'll put a note in that. Thurs might be interested in that. He was looking for treasure. I'm going to continue to go kick through doors to find a meeting hall.
Okay.
And if I do happen to find one, I'm going to, camp there for a bit.
Sure. Okay. So you definitely head towards kind of like the barracks area, and not far between the barracks and one of the workshops, you do notice a relatively large area that may have been designed for like a mess hall. So it's got, like, as you walk in, it's got a kitchen, it's got long tables. It's designed obviously for conglomeration. This place it's large enough to probably house almost the entire camp or the entire outpost in a single setting. Okay, so it's relatively large. All right. All right, so let's just kind of circle around real quick. So Thurs, you are writing a letter, right?
Yep.
Okay. Serafina, what were you doing?
I rolled an 18 investigation. I wanted to see if the golden ring and the crystal, if I could tell if it's alive, if there's anything around it that like denotates a wind singer, or like what their role would have been in here.
So the only thing that you find is what kind of looks like a very hard to read set of instructions that effectively explains that that the wind singer cannot be directly interacted with, but can be spoken to or written to.
Cannot be interacted with, but can be written or spoken to.
And then it does say any written words can be given to it. It just says given to it, whatever that means. And then it says that when when alerted, be prepared to write.
Oh, okay. I understand. It's like, okay, so that is a wind singer that relays messages back and forth, and I understand. Okay.
Okay.
Nytheris,
what are you doing?
So as I leave the room, I'm gonna go. Oh, Celeste! I take the key and the lock, and I throw it to her. Just lock up before you leave, just so that way no one else besides us can come in here.
No problem.
And Celeste, you're still rummaging through the paperwork, trying to find homes for stuff.
And then I'm gonna go back downstairs.
Sorting, yeah.
Okay, love it. All right.
Does Seraphina tell us about the instructions?
I think that Sarah would be reading it out loud, but I just had a thought as well. If that's the case, can we try to contact the Prince Valen?
I would be very cautious. And since you read out the instructions, he crumples up the letter that he was writing and shoves it in the pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't want to do anything. I would just want to bring that up to the rest of the party and see if that's something that they would think of later on. Maybe not right now, since we just got here, but maybe give everybody the night to rest. But I think that would be a great avenue to maybe explore. But she's gonna take the instructions to read more.
Okay.
About it.
So at this moment, just as you're kind of settling whatever you guys are all doing, Seraphina, Thuris, and Celeste, you all notice that the ring glows for just a moment.
I get ready to write.
Okay.
Because that was there.
Yeah. Sarah's gonna lunge for. Well, is there anything that we could write with there? Well, Thuris was writing a letter. Never mind. Yes.
Yeah.
Thuris had been writing something, so he has.
Yeah.
He just grabs. Are you grabbing a random piece of paper at this point in time?
Any paper that I could find.
Okay.
Yeah, to try
you
to
just grab a random piece of paper and you get prepared.
Yeah.
At that moment, all three of you, I need you to make me an intelligence saving throw.
I should have laughed. I should have stayed.
Add a +4 because I'm nearby.
Oh, thank you. Ooh. Dirty 20.
Okay.
It's a 16 for me.
Okay.
10.
Thuris? Right. Well, luckily Thuris was the one who was ready to write, because Thuris, you get feel a pressure against your head, and you hear what sounds like Prince Kalen's voice.
Okay.
Saying, if you receive this, I will be there in one day.
Understood. Okay. He writes
and then it repeats that 3 times. And then then you feel the pressure dissipate.
Okay. He'll be here in a day.
Amazing. Okay.
And then he stalks out of the room because he doesn't like things in his head.
Kalen, as you are kind of moving stuff around, you'll notice that this room has a lot less dust and things of that nature than any other location in this in the place. Okay.
Interesting.
And on
I'm gonna
that
check
note,
any rooms. Check all the rooms.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do this last little bit, and then we will call it for the night. However, what you notice is this room, all of these rooms seem to have been prepared a little bit better. Like there's a little bit more stuff here. There's like fresh bedrolls. There's some fresh food. There's cantinals of water. There's fresh tinder, like basically a fresh packs for 5.
Going to lock every single door except the front. Every door I'm barricading and locking except the front.
Okay.
Only one entrance, only one way in.
And on that note, we'll see you next time on The Broken Ground.